Hari Om Talli. How are you?
you? I'm fine. How are you?
Very good. I'm fine. Thanks to all of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very fine.
So happy to see you.
Yeah, happy to see you also.
Thank you.
How is Kuwait?
Very hot.
Oh, yeah. It'll be like that for another month, I think.
Yes. Another month. Yes.
Correct.
How is everything with you?
Fine.
Okay. How are you adjusting to India?
Everything fine.
Okay.
Everything fine in India.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it used to be, it is now.
Right.
Much of change.
Mm. You are in Hyderabad, right?
I have been living here, so I have to develop a liking for it. Like you are in Kuwait, whether you like it or not, you have to develop a liking for it.
That's right.
Yeah, it's okay.
Mm.
Much better than Delhi, which is the most polluted city in the world, I believe.
Yes, you're right.
Hari Om Nanna.
Yeah,
you can get started now.
Can we start? Okay.
Yeah.
Hari Om Renuji. Anandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamuktim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrusham Tattvamasyaadilakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namani Shruti Smruti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Sadashivasamaramбhaम् Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam. Hari Om, everybody. Yeah, we are.
Hari Om Nana ji.
Hari Om Nanna ji.
Nana ji, we will start with the Dwichatvarimshat or your...
Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, yes.
Yeah, just give me a few moments. I will just share the screen.
Okay.
Dhanyawad. See you.
Hari Om Nanna.
Hari Om. Yeah.
Yes, Nanaji, we have undergone this text once, and
Very good.
yesterday we were just trying to summarize again.
Any doubts in this Dwichatvarimshat? If there are no doubts, we'll go forward.
Sumaji has asked the question, what is consciousness? What is awareness?
Is Sumaji there?
Yes, Nana ji, Jai Gurudev.
Okay. You had been attending the Gita classes, the Zoom classes we have had from chapter 1 through chapter 18.
Yes, Nana ji.
You attend
No.
all those, no?
Yes.
In answer to your question, I will send one PDF document to Brahmara. Through her, you will get that. You please read that. It will answer your question.
Okay.
Your
Thank you,
question is
Nana.
what is consciousness and what is awareness? Both are
Yes.
same.
Yes, I had that doubt, and then
con-
I was wondering whether it is the same or different.
The conscious being is also the awarer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank
I
you.
will send the document, which is kind of self-revealing.
Okay. Thank you.
It is, Sumaji, if you don't mind my saying this, don't mistake me. I was telling in jocular form. You residing in Australia, an Indian origin lady, suppose you ask, you go to Melbourne and you ask somebody, what's my name? Suppose you had asked, what is my name? And they will say, of course, you are Suma. Like that, you, the questioner, is a conscious being. You, the questioner, is aware, and that is because of awareness. How are you asking that question? Who in you is asking that question? If you say it is the mind, which is lighting that mind? What is being used to lighten the mind to think of asking this question? So the PDF document will answer.
Okay.
That is a document by Bhagavan Ramana. It's a simple 1 or 2 page document. It's very, very strong. Very strong in the sense you should not read it like a novel. You should read it as though like a mantra.
Okay.
Each line of the PDF document. Whatever Bhagavan Ramana had said, it was very, very precise. He did not elaborate things. But he had asked this question. If supposing you had asked Sri Ramana this question, what is consciousness? He would have told you, who is asking this question? Find out. That is consciousness. And you had asked, what is awareness? Who is aware of this awareness? Find out. Okay, these would have been his answers. Okay. Right.
Thank you, Nanaji.
Thank you.
Savitaji, are you there?
Yeah. Hari Om Nanaji. I
Hari Om.
had one question
Yeah.
yesterday. This verse number 5, like chapter 2, verse number 24. Ache doyam adhayoyam akaledyo ashoshya evacha nitya sarvagataha sthanuhu achaloyam sanatanaha.
Can you read that again? I will read that for you. Achetyoyam adahyoyam akledyos asosya evacha. Nityaha sarvagataha sthanuho achaloyam sanatanaha. Yes.
Yes, Nanaji. In this, the Atma was described, and there was a sentence that the four elements, earth, fire, water, air, cannot harm Atma, and Atma is aware of both space and time. In fact, it is the very basis for even these two. So, what confusion we had, that how is Atma aware of both space and time? That was the confusion.
It is. Atma is the very basis for space and time.
Can you elaborate, Nanaji, a bit? Like?
Yeah. If you recollect Tattvabodha, we had covered Tattvabodha, you had attended Tattvabodha, I suppose.
Yes, I attended Tattvabodha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, where do you place Maya?
Maya.
Maya. We talk so much of Maya. Where do you place that lady Maya?
It is the manifested form of Ishvara, which has its basis. The base is the
Actually, wait a minute.
Atma.
Sitaji, Maya is not a visible entity. Maya is not visible. If it, you and I will not be troubled by that Maya. It is
Right.
not visible at all.
Right.
Its effects are visible. Its effects are bothering us. Whereas the mother Maya is quite invisible.
Invisible.
That is why it is Maya.
Right.
Ya ma sa Maya. Whatever is not is that Maya. Whatever is not is Maya. And whatever is not, you can't even say that it is the visible form of Ishvara. Maya is Brahmashraya. Like, supposing your shadow, you are walking in the sun, you cast a shadow on the road. Do you consider the shadow to be your visible form?
No.
No. Is it not? Is the
No.
shadow there? Shadow is there as long as the shadow forming object is you. You are there, and there is some kind of a source of light like the sun. If the sun were absent, there is no shadow.
Right.
Unless there is no shadow. You, the being, are there. You are there. No matter whether shadow is there or not. Like that, Brahma is there all the time. Brahma Shraya Maya. Dependent on Ma is Maya. And its Maya is not visible. But its effects are Maya. Maya's effects are visible. Like the five elements. Like the Hankara. All these are visible. The Jagat, the entire Jagat, these are all visible. And these are visible to you and me. The Jnani also, these are visible. But how the Jnani looks at these, I believe, the second chapter of the Gita tells beautifully. Can you recollect that verse? Towards the end of the second chapter.
Which was Nanaji?
Second chapter.
Yeah. Right.
The Jnani is awake to that into which Ajnani is awake. Jnani.
Yeah.
Yanisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagrati samyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashato munehe. He sees the Jagat like you and I. When he sees a mountain, it does not look like a river to him. It looks like a mountain. But He knows the real being of that mountain, whether it is or not. He knows that. He knows it is only Swakale Satyavad Bhati. In its own period of time, it is as though, that is, for an Ajnani, the mountain is always there. For a Jnani, it is as though there. Do you find the difference?
Yeah, Nanaji. Very.
It is as though there. Like your shadow is as though there. When the source of light is there, and you, the object casting the shadow, is there. You, the object casting the shadow, is always there, no matter whether shadow is there or not, no matter whether the source of light is there or not.
Right.
Good question.
Thank you, Nanaji. Nanaji, one question also, like we were discussing about the doubt, like doubt is a negative entity, like doubting a person is a negative entity. But if you do not have doubt, then some way you are harmed by the people. Like I have this quality that I don't doubt anyone, and I take them as they say. So many times people use me for their own gains, and sometimes I am harmed also. So I was just in a perplexed situation that how should I act? I can't change myself. It is from the childhood, like since my childhood, I remember I am always the same. So it is, I cannot change it. So that was like we were discussing yesterday. How should I work up or like, I cannot do much about it. Main thing is that.
You said you do not doubt others. Is it not?
No, I don't doubt others.
Okay, that's a very good quality. But doubt you must entertain. While you may not doubt others, doubt you must entertain. Like Sumaji asked, what is consciousness? That is a question emanating out of doubt. Is it not?
Yes.
So that doubt ought to be there. But the quality of doubting others, if it is not there, it's a very, very beautiful quality. It's a welcome quality. And all of us should develop that. Why? Because when, like Kitaya said, in everything I am there, Matta Parataram Nanyad Kinchidasti Dhananjaya, there is nothing other than me. Nothing without me, nothing beyond me also. Matta Parataram Nanyat Kinchidasti Dhananjaya. That means what? When he says that, in you and I, he is there. Okay? In the river, he is there. In the mountain, he is there. Whatever you see, whatever being you see, whatever non-being also you see, if you can look at Kittappa, where is a question of doubting anything? So, not doubting others, it's a very good quality. You kindly nurture that and ensure it does not go away from you. It's a wonderful quality. But doubt you must have. Who am I? Where did I come from? Where do I go from here? What was I here? What would I be later? Who is my father? Who is my mother? If you had attended the Bhaj Govindam classes.
Yes, Nanaji, I attended.
Kastvam koham kuta ayatah ame janane ko me tatah iti paribhavaya sarvamasaram vishwam chitva swapna vicharam. Who am I is a question. That is born out of a doubt. It is not a bad quality, but doubting others is certainly a very avoidable quality, which you have done successfully. Very good. Doubtful.
Nana ji.
And in the
Nana.
fourth chapter, 1 minute. In the fourth chapter, Bhagavan Krishna says, Tadviddhi. Tat means that Atma Vastu. Tadviddhi pranipatena. Pariprashnena sevaya. That pariprashnena means what? In various ways, you must question. And question has its origin where? In a doubt. A person who does not know only can question. And not knowing is born out of ignorance. And we are all ignorant. Ignorant regarding the Atma Jnanam. Ignorant regarding, like Sumaji asked, what is consciousness? Like Sumaji had asked in Melbourne, what is my name? Supposing she had asked. People would have said, hey Suma, you've forgotten your name, what is this? Like that. All of us, like Kitaya said, we're all Atma Vastu, Tadvastu. And Tadvastu is Achedyoyam, Adahyoyam, Akledyaha, Asosyaha, Nityaha, Sarvagataha, Sthanuhu, Achalaha, Ayam Sanatanaha. In this sloka, you would notice there are only 4 elements mentioned. The 5th element is omitted. Why? The 5th element is Akasha. These 4 elements reside in Akasha. So automatically Akasha is as though included. Do you get it? Achedyoyam. Okay? Achedyoyam. It cannot cut asunder. And what does cut asunder? A sword, a knife. Okay?
Yes.
And these are born out of earth. Sword and knife. Achedyoyam, Adahyoyam, Aklejyaha, Asosyaha. So the rest of the other 3 elements are also covered. Agni, Vayu, etc. All these are covered. And water. All these 4 elements are in Akasha. That is how it is not covered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Nana ji.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, good.
Nana ji, to add this to what Savita ji has said, that because of her trusting qualities, she gets fooled. It happens to me also. Most of us also, I guess. So how do we, by experience, we come to know, okay, we can be fooled easily. So we become a little aware of that. But how to become aware even before we get fooled?
Yeah, okay. You look at it this way. You too get fooled because of your trusting nature. You're getting fooled, is it hurting you?
Sometimes, yes, because later on we realize that we have been used.
Okay.
And it hurts.
Okay. Okay. So what you have to develop is a quality of discretion. A quality of discretion. Who to trust, who not to trust. And when you come across a person whom you may not trust, that does not mean you keep on doubting him all the time. Just listen to that person, be with that person, and it's a question of hi, bye. That's about all. If you can maintain that, you will not be fooled. A person whom you can trust and the trust is reposed, then there's no problem. Another person whom you have trusted, he has fooled you. That means you have not been circumspect. You develop that quality of keeping your distance from a person whom, if you trust, it could be a foolish endeavor. Like you said, you are fooled. Keep your distance from such a person, even by thought, even by distance. That's all.
Okay. Thank you. That
Thank
was
you.
beautiful. Yeah.
Good. Some more questions.
Nanaji, if nobody has question, I just would love to hear from you about the Eka Bhakti. How to remain in that Eka Bhakti.
How to remain in the Eka
How
Buddhi.
to revel in that Eka Bhakti.
Remember what Kitaya has said. Remember what all he has said. See, Kitaya has gone to Hastinapura to prevail on Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana, and the rest of the Kauravas, to be friendly with the Pandavas. Please part with what belongs to the Pandavas to Pandavas, because they have completed their Ajnatavasa very successfully. All these things to inculcate a sense of proper thinking. Kitaya has gone to Hastinapura, but he has failed. And in the process, he was about to be captured by Duryodhana. That is when Bhagavan has shown his Vishwarupa and bewildered everybody. What all he has done, he has no malice against Duryodhana also. He has no malice. He knew Duryodhana is what he is because of his samskara. Bereft of his samskara, he is no different from him. He is no different from himself. That is, him means. So that is, if that bhavana is possible to maintain all the time, whenever you come across somebody by whom you have been fooled, in that somebody who has fooled you also, you see Kitaya. You see Kitaya. It is not Kitaya who has fooled you. It is kind of Kitaya's, if I can borrow from Savita Malik's question. It is Kitaya's shadow, as it were, which was trying to fool you. Don't be worried. Kitaya never fools you. You have that conviction. It is not possible for Kitaya to fool you. It is like this. It is not possible for Akasha to be selective in accommodating. It selects the galaxies. It selects the stars. It accommodates the sun, the moon. It accommodated the earth. It accommodated you and I, who are the beings on the earth. It has accommodated the air in us. The air in us also requires a space for it to be. And that also is accommodated by mother space. So Atma is like that. It cannot be selective. It accommodates everything. And the Atma is like what? Sarvabhutastam Atmanam. Sarvabhutastam. It is in and through everything. That everything includes inanimate also. Sthavaram jangamam vyaptam yatkinchit sacharacharam tatpadam darshitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sthavaram jangamam vyaptam yatkinchit sacharacharam. We know whatever is there, whatever is perceivable by me, whatever is not known to me also. Like the distant galaxies, I do not know, but they are. People say, the scientists say they are. My God, there are several other galaxies the scientists say they have not even discovered. But they are. Where are all these from? All these are Atmastham. All these are part of the Jagat, isn't it? And Jagat is what? It is real or apparent?
As though
Jagat,
real.
it is apparent. And in the apparent Jagat, all these are. What does it matter whether you know what is apparent, what is inapparent? What you have to know is what is the origin for this apparent Jagat. What is the origin? From where did it come? Where did it come? So if you look at it, that Ekatva Bhavana is quite possible. Ekatva Bhavana is possible if you consider your attachment. Your attachment. You are attached to your husband. You are attached to your children. You are attached to yourself. You are attached to your house, your property, etc. You have got Ekatva Bhavana there or no?
Correct.
There is no division. That division of thought you will entertain there. Whenever the division of thought is there, then the Bhinnatva Bhavana will emanate. When the division of thought, bereft of Kitaya, if it is there, it is a bothersome thing. You anoint everything with Kitaya Bhavana. Vasudevam Sarvamiti Samasma Sudurlabha Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate. And how does he conduct himself? Bahunam Janmanam, after the end of many janmas. Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate. The Jnani will kind of do bhakti of me. And how? Vasudeva Sarvamiti. It's not as though this Atma is the property of Kitaya only. It is the property of you, I, everything. Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Everything is Vasudeva. And what is Vasudeva? What is Vasudeva?
हर जीव में रहने वाला वासुदेव,
Huh?
हर जीव में रहने वाला वासुदेव है.
I am Atma.
I am Atma. Vishnu Sahasranamam, Vyasa Bhagavan has defined what is
Vasanad Vasudevasya Vasitam
Bhuvanatrayam. Very right.
Bhuvanatrayam, yeah.
Okay, it is like same thing is mentioned in the Ishavasya Upanishad. Ishavashyam idagum sarvam yat kinchit sa jagat shyam jagat. Ishavashyam idagum sarvam. Whatever is visible to you, whatever is known to you or even unknown to you, all that is Ishavashyam. It is enveloped by Isha. It is enveloped by Atma. It is enveloped by Kitaya. It is enveloped by Atma. It is enveloped by you. Ishavashyam. You, the Ajnani, is not an Ajnani. It is essentially a Jnani, which is you. Only thing is you have not known. And why is it you don't know? Why? Ajnanena avrutam jnanam tena muhyanti jantavaha. Ajnanena jnanam avrutam. Ajnana is as though covering jnanam. And how is it covering? Dhumena avriyate vannihi. In the 3rd chapter towards the end. Dhumena avriyate vannihi. Yatha adarsho malena cha. Yadholbena avruto garbhaha. Tadha tena idam avrutam. And Kitaya has said also, what is its location? Its location is in desire, in anger. Its location is desire and anger. So we have to be aware of those. Like you and Savita Malik said, you have a quality of not doubting others. It's a wonderful quality. You please protect that quality. Only thing is, be circumspect. Don't be deceived. And if you are fooled by others, you simply laugh it off. If you can laugh it off, you are not fooled. The one who has tried to fool you, he will look at you laughing and he will be fooled in turn. It's a good one. Not doubting others, it's a very rare quality. That's wonderful.
So Nanaji, Eka Bhakti is not like praying to God all the time, only to one God, but it is like your response in your moment-to-moment situation with
Correct.
everyone, whether it is outsider or your own or so. Yeah.
In the 6th chapter, I think, Bhagavan has said, Suhurunmitrarbudasinah Madhyastadveshya bandhushu sadhushvapi cha papeshu samabuddhir visishyate. Suhurun mitra udasinah madhyastaha dveshya bandhushu sadhushvapi cha papeshu samabuddhir visishyate. He will have the same bhavana. And the same bhavana is what? Kitaya is there in every one of them. Some of Vastu Darshana, Atma Vastu Darshana. In who all? Suhrit. Suhrit is what? A person who does,
His friend.
who wishes well all the time. No matter what you have done earlier, what you are capable of doing now, he does not expect anything in return. Suhrit. It is his swabhava, like it is your swabhava and Savita Malik's swabhava, not to doubt others. That swabhava, Suhrit has got. That's Suhrit. He will be upset if he is not helpful to you. He will be helpful to you all the time. Whether materially he can help or not, by bhavana he will be always helpful to you. Suhrit, mitraha, a friend who will kind of reciprocate your friendly nature. Suhrun mitra, udasinaha. Udasinaha means like when we are passing on the road, there is a small accident and some police have come and they're verifying this. What do? You don't stop your vehicle and keep on inquiring what happened, things like that. You have as though seen and you are positive. You are happy that the people inside those vehicles are safe, and with that mood you will pass that place, isn't it? You are considered udasinaha. You are not concerned about that really. Udasinaha. Okay, so mitra udasina. Madhyastaha. Madhyastaha means a kind of a person who is neither here nor there, sitting on the fence. He sits on the compound wall, talking to other person and replying to this person also. Madhyastaha. Dveshyaha. Dveshyaha means dveshya yogyaha, a person who is hate-worthy. Dveshyaha. Bandhushu, a relative, a bandhu, who is your kind of general well-wisher. Sadhushvapicha, in a saintly person also, and papeshu. Sadhushvapicha papeshu, samabuddhir vishishyate. He has the same bhavana. And that same bhavana is because of what Kitaya has said. What Kitaya has said must be always ringing in our mind all the time. That is the guide for us, for a happy mind, for happy living. Okay, the Ekatva Bhavana, that can be maintained when we don't forget Kitaya. Kitaya not the form, Kitaya the words, Kitaya the teaching, Kitaya what he has conveyed. Khachide tatrutam partha. Tvayekagrena chetasa. Khachida jnana sammoha. Pranashtaste dhananjaya. Towards the end of the Gita, in the 18th chapter, this was a question posed by Bhagavan Kitaya. And for that, Arjuna has said at that time, Arjuna was also convinced. Nashto mohaha, my delusion is gone. And indeed, when Arjuna said that, it has temporarily gone. Nashto mohaha, smritilabdhaha, sat prasadanmayacha, that prasada. The prasada from Kitaya, we must always keep on taking all the time. That will ensure this Ekatvam Bhavana. Yeah. Good.
Dhanyavad, Nanaji. Dhanyavad. Nanaji, bless us that this Nashto Moha, it remains as a permanent state of our mind, Nanaji, because it keeps on in that flux, our mind. Kindly bless us that we can remain throughout our life.
Correct.
Dhanyavad, Nanaji.
And then you
This
are.
blissful state.
Yeah, next.
Nana ji, one question I have.
Yes.
Like we are born with with some sanskaras. So is it due to that? Do we have then impression that we are bound? Though we, if someone asks me, I like many of us, they will reply, I want to be free. So the desire is to be free, but being born as if we are bound to everything around us. So that is because of lack of knowledge and the sanskara we have come with. Is it due to that? Do we have that feeling of binding feeling we have?
Yeah, it's because of our samskaras from a wonderful deep sleep state. All of us have been through the deep sleep state sometime or the other. And from the deep sleep state, which is a very happy state, how do we wake up? How do we wake up? Why do we wake up? From being a person who is placed in a very happy situation, how is it that the person will come away from that situation? Why? It's because of samskara. The pressure of our prakriti, our samskara, is so ejecting us from that happy state of mind. It's not a happy state of mind, it's a happy state. Because the mind is as though subdued there. Mind is as though there. And from there, from Sushupti state, which gives you a lot of happiness. And what is that happiness? When we wake up from Sushupti state, what do we say? I did not know anything. I had a wonderful sleep. And what is that wonderful sleep? I never had such a sleep. I don't know how long it lasted. I simply did not know anything. It was a very happy experience. Aham kimapi na janami iti aham janami. Jagradavaste aham janami. And from the Sushupti state, I was ejected by my samskara. Samskara has ejected me. Hey, get up. You have to attend this Manana class. You will get late. Samskara tells you to go to Manana class. Samskara tells you to wake up. You woke up. And what did Manana class tell you? Manana class has covered some more lessons. For whom? For you. And who are you? Who are you? A jnani who is as though an ajnani. This as though an ajnani is to be knocked off. Like when people had asked Bhagavan Ramana, Bhagavan, I want to be an expert in Atma Vidya. Bhagavan Ramana used to ask, I believe, hey, do you want Atma Vidya or do you want Atma? Do you want the self-knowledge or do you want self? You want to rediscover yourself or you just want to have bookish knowledge of who you are? And that bookish knowledge, how is going to help you? And all of us, pardon my saying so, all of us are doing this Manana class for that kind of bookish knowledge, is it not? Manana class, what is it we are picking up? Whatever we did not know earlier, we are trying to know now. And after having known what we did not know earlier, are we making an effort to be that? Are we making an effort to be what we are? We are only picking up little bits of self-knowledge. And the self-knowledge is resident in us for some time, as long as we are in the Manana class. And afterwards, it as though vanishes. And our day-to-day being is not guided by this self-knowledge. If it is guided by self-knowledge, like Balaji asked, that Ekatva Bhavana, how to develop. Yeah, that is possible if self-knowledge is a basis of our living, no matter how we are living.
Yeah, this is what we are trying to imbibe from Gita in our daily living, so
Correct.
that we imbibe it bit by bit and slowly, like. And I think we all have had some changes in ourselves over a long period of time, and it is all just because of you. I think you and Dr. Brahmara, that we are so. We are in a profitable state now.
What I'm saying is, it is good to have self-knowledge, but it is bad to stop there. You have to be that self-knowledge which you have picked up. You must make an effort to be that self-knowledge which you have picked up. Like Balaji and Savitaji said, they have got a samskara which makes them not to doubt others. It's a wonderful samskara. It's a wonderful samskara. Not everybody can be proud of that. It's a very good thing. I wish everybody develops that kind of a non-doubting attitude. While having that non-doubting attitude, you should not fall a prey to the unsuspecting, deceitful characters. You must beware of that, that's all. That is where your wisdom will have to guide you. Okay.
Thank you, Nanaji.
Thank you. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuho dhruvam yanmamratasya cha tasmada pariharye denaktam shochitum arhasi. So what I'm saying is, we have picked up this crumb of knowledge. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuho. For the one who is born, death is certain. For the one who is departing, who has departed, Janma is certain. And these are unalterable truths. And knowing this, you do not require to be sorrowful. Okay? What cannot be altered, how can it give you grief? The sun rises, the sun sets. It cannot be altered. Knowing that, why do you have to grieve? Nobody grieves in the morning saying, hey, the sun has risen in the eastern sky. Nobody cries. And nobody cries also when the sun has set in the western sky. These are unalterable things. When such is the case, you don't cry for the sunrise and the sunset. But we do cry when somebody passes away. We do rejoice when somebody is born. Why? Why? Because we are not living this verse. We are not living the essence of this verse. We have as though known. We are not making an effort to live that. When somebody passes away, you be grateful to the wonders that that person has done while living, and be grateful and be happy that he has been instrumental to kind of molding you into his style of living, and be thankful to him. And with that bhavana, if you shed a drop of tear, it's wonderful, it's good. Would you keep on crying, grieving, and disturbing the entire neighborhood simply because that person who is pretty old, he has passed away? And old or young, it is written, Yatasya hi dhruvo mrityuhu. When you have known this, why are you not making an effort to live it? If you live it, then Ketaya will be very, very happy. Yeah. The following verse, the verse 28 of the second chapter says, Avyaktadini bhutani vyaktamajjani bharata avyakta nidhananyeva tatraka paridevana. Avyaktadini bhutani. Before you are born, you are unmanifest. Is it not? Before we are born, we are not there. We are unmanifest. It's not correct to say we are not there. We, the Sharira, is not there. We, the Jiva, is there. Avyaktadini bhutani vyaktamadhyani. After we are born and before we die, this madhyakala, in the middle, vyaktamadhyani, we are manifest. Avyakta nidhananyeva. After we depart from this body, we are not there. Avyakta nidhananyeva tatraka paridevana. Why you are necessarily worried? Tatraka paridevana. All those things are required to be lived. Okay. Gita is for living, not for simply knowing. Gita is not for getting all verses by heart. Gita is for living the essence of even a single verse.
Acharanam, right, Nanaji? Acharanam it is. Acharanam is the right word, right, Nanaji?
No, I did not understand.
No, she's saying acharanam. Gita has to be put into
Acharanam,
practice.
correct.
Acharanam.
But Acharanam, even, yeah, very right. Acharanam, correct. You must make it your own. You must proudly tell Kitaya, hey, what all you said in the Gita is mine now. It is no longer yours. You just don't claim to be the author of that. Even I am living that. You must go to that extent. Then Kitaya will be extremely happy. Brahma Vidya, for you to be Brahma. Brahma Vidya. Aham Brahmasmi, you must be in a position to proclaim that. And Gita will be the guide for you towards that end. That we must live.
That is a very powerful blessing, Nanaji. Very
See,
nice.
in the 7th chapter, Bhagavan has said there are 4 types of bhaktas. Does anybody remember that verse?
Artho Jignyasurartharti Jnani cha Bharatarshapha.
Start from the beginning.
Huh?
Right. Chaturveda bhajante
Bhajante. Yeah, that's the first line. Yeah.
Sukritino Arjuna. Sukritinaha. People who have acquitted themselves by doing very good things, by developing very good thoughts. Sukritinaha. People who have been Sukritinaha, Chaturvedaha bhajante mam. They worship me. The fourfold ways people will worship me. And what are those fourfold ways? Artho Jignyasurardhadhi Jnani cha Bharatashrama. There are 4 types. Arthaha Jignyasuhu, like we are all Jignasus. We are most of the time Jignasus. Once in a while we are Arthas, and most of the time we are Ardhatis. Artho Jignyasurardhati. But alas, none of us is a Jnani. Jnani cha Bharatashrabha. Even a Jnani does bhakti of me. And how does Jnani, how is he devoted to me? Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. We have to go to that Mahatma. We have to go to be that Mahatma. Vasudeva Sarvamiti. And this verse, this 55th verse, is the kind of looking at us. Hey, do this. You will be gaining that Vasudeva Sarvamiti. And what does it say? Prajahati yada kaman sarvan padhamanogatam atmanyeva atmana tushtaha chita prajnaha tata uchyate. Siddhata Pariya, when one gives up all desires as they occur in the mind, it is the nature of the mind to entertain desires. It must be your endeavor to as though watch the desires and not succumb to those desires. You must be happy in yourself, by yourself, with no external inputs. Then one is said to be of ascertained knowledge. Knowledge of that he is Atma. Like that, the entire Gita, wherever you touch Gita, there is a shocking revelation of what all we ought to have been, what to have known, what to have been, and we are not. Not only we are not that, we have not even known that. Everywhere in the Gita, it's a pointer. Hey, you are this, you are that, you are not just this. Okay. Another verse, Atma upamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sa yogi paramo mata Atma upamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna. That samavastu darshana. How is it possible to have Atma upamyena sarvatra? That upama, that simile, Atma is everywhere. Sarvatra, samam pashyati Arjuna. When you see that, everything is that. In a forest, you've got a lot of different varieties of trees. Okay, a lot of vegetation, a lot of greenery. And each tree, individually you can distinguish. And most of the time, you even know the names of those trees, those bushes, those brushes, this little bit of meadow, all these things you know as very, very distinctly as you are seeing the fingers of your palm, as distinctly as that. Supposing you had gone up above the sky, and from there you are having a vision of the same forest. How does the forest look like? Can you find the different trees? Can you
Just
find the meadow?
your
Can you
green.
find the bush? It all looks like a canvas of green. Is it not?
Patch only.
It's a
Green patch only.
beautiful green canvas.
Mhm.
And there is no distinction in the greenery you can find. That is how a jnani looks at all of us. In all of us, he looks himself. He looks not at himself. He looks himself. He sees himself in all of us. Atmopamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna. That samavastu he sees. Sukham mayadi va dukkham sayogi paramomata. That kind of a yogi is indeed very supreme.
Yesterday we were also talking about how it is important to give up the raga dveshas and take care of them on this path. It will be our the first challenge that we have to deal with.
Correct.
Regarding that,
Actually, some
yes.
people have said, like you said very rightly, some people have said the entire essence of the Gita is to get rid of raga dveshas. Raga dvesha, see, that is what is Brahma Vidya. These raga dveshas are bothering you. What is bothering you, you make an effort to get it off. If there is a thorn in your foot, do you make an effort to remove that thorn or no? Or you keep on living with that thorn? You don't. When this sharira is being taken care by you so well, what about the shariri? What about the indweller of the sharira? You take care of him. Ragadvesha viyuktaistu vishayan indriyaischanam atmavashir vidheyatma prasadam adhigachyati in the second chapter towards the end. Ragadvesha viyuktaistu, one who is freed from the binding effects of raga and dvesha. Raga dvesha viyuktaistu vishayan indriyaischanam. The indriyas, the jnanendriyas, no matter whether they're getting absorbed into the vishayas, indriya, vishayas or not. Atma vashir vidhe atma, because he has got the mastery of the mind. Atma vashir vidhe atma prasadam adhigachyati. He will attain to supreme peace. And with that, prasade sarvadukhanam hanihi asya upajayate. Sarvadukhanam hanihi. The ill effects of all the dukkhas, all sorrows will be evaporated with that prasadam. Raga dvesha, very right.
But even the rasa of the raga dvesha also has to go. It is not of the raga, not dvesha. Does it also have rasa in it?
Dvesha is the other side of that coin called raga. Raga is the verse, dvesha is the reverse. Whenever you have raga, beware, you will have dvesha. It is not possible to have raga. You have raga of one thing. You have dvesha of another thing. Liking a thing is not really raga. Okay. You walk in the garden. You see a beautiful flower. You like it. It's not as though you have developed a raga. But when you go to pluck that, then there's raga that is manifest. If you have the bhavana, how beautiful is that flower, how nice to look at. And every passerby will also have the darshana of this beautiful flower. And you just take a photograph of that and pass, instead of going and plucking it away. If you have that bhavana, there's no raga. It is a simple liking. It is a liking which is not kind of binding you. Any binding like is raga. I want, not knowing what you want. What you want will be known in course of time. But this I want being is there, very embedded in your mind. You have to root out that being, this I want fellow. This tambura fellow you must remove. You have a lot of music without that tambura. Raga dvesha. Oh, wait, just another 20 odd minutes. You people have gone through the 13th chapter verses, no? In this, there are some 2-3 verses covered by Bhagavan Ramana, 13th chapter.
Yes, Nanaji, we did. We did the whole thing, 42 verses.
Bela, let me know if you want me to share the screen.
21, no. Yeah. Correct. Kshetrajnam japi mang vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. See, how revealing is this? Kshetrajnam japi mam vidhi. Hey, understand, I am the kshetrajna. Kshetrajna, where? Sarva kshetreshu, in all kshetras. And what is kshetra? What is kshetra is elaborated after this verse, following verse. Okay? Yes, the entire Jagat is a kshetra. Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. If we can understand this and live it. Kshetra kshetrajnayo jnanam yat tat jnanam matam mami. In this, the kshetra and the kshetrajna. What is kshetra? What is kshetrajna? How they are kind of different from each other. Is also there is a tabular column, I think.
Yes, I think it's below after this.
I think towards the end, correct. Kshetra and kshetrajna. See, the kshetras are, this gives us an insight into what we are indeed and what Kitaya has been trying and taking pains to teach us. The kshetras are many and varied. Kshetrajna is one and invariable. There are no two kshetrajnas. It is kshetrajna right through. It is like akasha, yatha akashavat. And kshetra is asat. Asat is what? That which is not. Whereas kshetrajna is sat. And kshetra is apparent and dependent. This kshetra is dependent on the kshetrajna. Like Sumaji asked, what is consciousness? What is awareness? The questioner in you is dependent on that consciousness and that awareness. So, Kshetra, you are apparent. You are apparent. Suma, name is apparent and dependent. Suma's body is dependent. The name and form are dependent on what? On Kshetrajna. Kshetrajna, which is in and through Suma, in and through everything else, real and independent. It is real and the only real thing that is. And Kshetra is perishable. Kshetra is perishable. From the second chapter, Dehinosmin yatha dehe, kaumaram yavvanam jara, tatha dehantara praptihi, dhiraha tatra namukyati. Kshetra is like that. Okay? And Kshetrajna is imperishable. Kshetrajna is imperishable. Kshetra is born. It has both beginning and end. Okay? And Kshetrajna, this everlasting belongs not to Kshetra. This everlasting belongs here. Somehow it got mixed up here. Kshetrajna is unborn, beginningless, and everlasting. Okay? Kshetrajna is not born. Because if you say Kshetrajna is born, it ought to die one day. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuho. Don't forget that, those verses. Why it is not born? Because if it is born, it has to die one day. It is beginningless and everlasting. Kshetras have unique qualities and are various. Kshetras have unique qualities and are various. Like all of us are different kshetras. We are differing in each other. We have varying qualities and we are also various. Whereas this Kshetrajna is qualityless and the one in all. Atma, that is a Kshetra, is in all. This is destructible Kshetra. And for this which is destructible, we keep on grieving. Ashocyananmashochastam prajnavadamsya bhashase gata asun agata asunstya nanushochanti panditaha. These are the verses which must tickle our mind into appreciating the essence of the reality. And the essence of the reality is Kshetrajna, which is indestructible. Kshetra is jadam, inert, and no cognition of own existence and awareness. Okay? Sumaji, your Sharira is not cognizant of this awareness. It is because of this awareness you are in a position to make that question. Okay. Then Kshetrajna is Chaitanyam, the witness and awareness. It is the witness and the awareness. Kshetra is always changing and agitated. It is changeless. Shantam, Shivam, Sundaram. This is Parichinnaha, limited in space and time. Space, time are limiting this Kshetra. You are here. You are not in New York. You are here in Bahrain. You are not in Hyderabad. I am here in Hyderabad. I am not in Bahrain. Parichinnaha. This Kshetrajna is aparichinnaha, all pervading and limitless. Yatha akashavate. The same akasha which is decorating the Bahrainian sky is also decorating the Hyderabadi sky. Aparichinnaha. It is the object and it is
The object, the illumined.
very subtle that you this of all again belongs to this.
Yeah, there's a little.
Yeah, there is some jumbling has happened in the PDF. The object, the illumined. This is the illumined. Like when sun rises, you see everything in the universe. You see everything, all objects are revealed by the sun, the illuminator. Okay? But the objects are as though invisible in darkness. It is the very subject, the Kshetrajna, the very illuminator of all. Kshetra is samsari, like all of us are samsari. Samsari does not mean that we are in this samsara. One wife, husband, children, daughter, son, mother-in-law, father-in-law. Okay? It's not just that limited. This samsara means janana marana pravaha. Janana marana pravaha. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jathare shayanam. Iha samsare bahudustare, krupaya pare, pahi murare. Bhaja govindam, bhaja govind. When you do that, the samsara will be taken care of. It is a witness of the very samsaram. The Kshetrajna is the witness. Kshetra is kinchignaha, almost knowing nothing, a little knowing. And ajnani, ignorant. Kshetrajna is sarvajna, all-knowing, jnani, and omniscient. This omniscient also again belongs to the right side. Okay, like it is said, the list can be endless. Knowledge that helps make the clear, unambiguous and doubtless distinction between Kshetra and Kshetrajna, and also the knowledge that helps root one in the Kshetrajna is considered to be Jnanam by Bhagavan. That is Jnanam. That Jnanam. It must be the guide to us all the time.
There are the 6 things that Arjuna had questions of, no? Kshetram, Kshetrajna, Jnanam, Jneyam. So in that, what is the Jneyam?
Jneyam is that which is known.
That which is to be known.
That which is to be known.
Then
Jnanam,
Jnanam,
using which Jnanam is the means through which the Jneyam can be picked up.
so the Jneyam is otherwise Kshetrajna.
Kshetrajna, it is even better than that. Jneyam yattat pravakshyami yajnatva amrutam asnute. The following verses. Jneyam yattat pravakshyami yajnatva amrutam anadimat param brahma na sattanna saduchyate. It is said to be neither sat nor asat. All those things. See, all these things Bhagavan said to make us contemplate. It's not like a peeled banana. Gita is not like a peeled banana for you to eat and forget about it. It is for you to keep on digesting that, keep on looking at it with a contemplative mind. You must do manana of that. Na sat, na asat iti uchyate, na sattam na asat uchyate. And what is sat? Swakala. Swakala abhateta.
Trikala Bhatita.
Asat is that. Asat is what? Trikala abhateta vastu is sat.
Sat.
And the swakale satyavat bhati is asat. Okay? And this distinction must be known. And the Jneyam Vastu is said to be neither Sat nor Asat. Neither Sat nor Asat. It is the basis of both. Jneyam yattat pravakshami yajñātva amritam asnate. I forgot that. Jneyam yattat pravakshami yajñātva mokshase shubhat. Jnanam jneyam. No, I forgot. Wait a minute. I think I look at the text here. I'll open that. Jneyam yattat pravakshami yajñātva amritam asnate. Anadimat. Anadimat. Param Brahma na sattanna saduchyate. It is said to be neither sat nor asat. Na sattanna saduchyate. Sarvata pani padam tat. Sarvatokshi shiro mukham. Sarvata shrutimaloke. Sarvamavruchyatishthati. This must put you in mind of Purusha Suktam. Sarvata pani padam tat. Sarvatokshi shiro mukham. Sarvata shrutimaloke. Sarvamavruchyatishthati. It has legs and hands everywhere. Sarvata pani padam tat. Sarvata akshi shirom. It has eyes everywhere. It has the face everywhere. Sarvatokshi shiromukham. Sarvata shruti. It has ears everywhere. Sarvata shruti malloke. Sarvam avruchyatishthati. Encompassing everything, enveloping everything. It sits. That is the Jnaya Vastu. Like Brahmara said, it is the Kshetrajna, Jnayam, that is to be known. Arjuna's question was what? In some of the texts of the Gita, in the 13th chapter, it began with Arjuna's question, which reads like this. Arjuna Uvacha, Prakritim Purusham Chaiva, Kshetram Kshetrajnyamevacha, Etat Veditumichhami, Jnanam Jneyam Cha Keshava. Hey Keshava, I would like to know all these 6. There are no 6. There are no 6, but Bhagavan has answered very nicely. See, the Bhagavan's teaching is, he has never put down Arjuna's question. True Arjuna, earlier in the 6th chapter, when Arjuna said, this I am not able to grasp because of Chanchalatva Sthitim Sthiram, Chanchalam Himana Krishna. Then Bhagavan said, hey, what are you talking? Don't talk nonsense, Arjuna. Understand what I said. Don't be destructive of yourself. This kind of a shading Bhagavan never did. He said, Asamshayam Mahabaho, doubtless Arjuna, your question is very, very valid. Like that, the entire teaching is like that. Entire teaching is like that. Jneyam. Arjuna asked, I would like to know what is Kshetram. Prakritim Purusham Chaiva. I would like to know what is Prakriti and what is Purusha. Because those days, the traces of the Sankhya philosophy of Kapila Muni were available to mankind. Kapila Muni was a very ancient Muni, and he has said Prakriti Purusha, and he has said, and our Tattvabodha, the division of the gunas and things like that, all those things are from the Kapila's Sankhya Shastra. All those things are kind of valid. But where he has faulted is, there is no Purusha required. Kshetra, Prakriti will manifest itself as Jagat and things like that. All this, that kind of a philosophy, I believe. We need not worry about that. Arjuna was influenced by the traces of that kind of a knowledge. Prakritim Purusham Chaiva. I would like to know what is Prakriti, what is Purusha. Kshetram Kshetrajnyamevacha. This is something which is new. This Kshetram Kshetrajna has not been uttered by Bhagavan till then. How did Arjuna pick it up? How did Arjuna pick up this Kshetraman Kshetrajna? That is why I have a nagging doubt that there have been some verses in the Bhagavad Gita between the end of the 12th chapter and the beginning of the 13th chapter, which have been perhaps lost to mankind. And in those verses lost to mankind, perhaps Bhagavan has mentioned Kshetra and Kshetrajna, and Arjuna made this question. Prakritim Purusham Chaiva, Kshetram Kshetrajnameva cha, Etat Veditum Ichhami. These I would like to know, Bhagavan. And not only that, Etat Veditum Ichhami, Jnanam Gneyam cha Keshava. What is Jnanam and what is Gneyam? What is Jnanam? What is the means of knowledge? And what is Gneyam? What is knowable? What is the one thing to be known? Gneyam. I would like to know. He has asked Prakriti, Kshetra. Kshetra and Prakriti are not different, kind of. And Bhagavan has answered very, very nicely. Okay. We are coming to the end of the road. We have just 5 more minutes. Any other question? No, Brahmara.
Nanaji,
Wait a minute. The Gita Dhyanam, which was sent to you, that PDF document you kindly sent to everybody. Then you are through with the manana of the chapters of the Gita. I would very fondly recommend that you go through this Gita Dhyanam. That Gita Dhyanam will give you the tatparya of all the 700 verses in English. Okay? And when you are reading those, you for a while forget that you have some knowledge of Sanskrit and things like that. You even forget the Gita. You simply take what was available to you through the Gita Dhyana, that PDF document, which gives you the summary of all the slokas of the entire Gita. You just concentrate on that only, nothing else. Those are the inputs. As you keep on reading that, it will be a wonderful revelation. It's like a chain. One sloka linked to the other sloka, one linked to the other sloka, etc. It will be a wonderful thing to read, digest, and be. I wanted to say something else.
You said
Brahmara, there is one small document by Bhagavan Ramana, which I will send to you. You please send that to everybody else, especially to Somaji. That
I'll post it in the group and I'll send it in the email.
reads, Who am I? Who am I? It's a simple document. You say maybe some 2 or 3 page document. Okay? All right.
I think Dr. Savita, you had something, you were wanting to say something.
That is this. This
yeah,
the PDF document.
it's about that fear I was talking. Like we have the feeling of fear when we differentiate somebody from us, or we have like we don't have that ekatma bhavana. Like so, differentiating ourselves from others, not taking ourselves as one, we have that fear. Apart from that, we like losing something, we lose something, we have fear. Is there any other way that we could overcome this fear? It is naturally by knowledge and also by developing the ekatma bhavna. But is there something else also that we can work up upon?
Whenever we make a division, then there is fear. Whenever the division vanishes, there is no fear. There's no fear at all. Like when you go to a zoo where you see a lot of animals. Like you see the deer, you see the bear, you see the tiger, you see the lion, you see some other thing, you see even the crocodile, you see even some snakes. All these things you see, and you are seeing where? In the zoo. And you know, some of them are ferocious, and some of them are poisonous, and some of them are harmful, and some of them are very gentle. All these things you know. And when you see these, you enjoy seeing all this. You enjoy seeing the venomous snake. You enjoy seeing the ferocious tiger. You enjoy seeing the carnivorous lion. You enjoy it when you are seeing. You enjoy seeing the deer, the very gentle deer, and you enjoy seeing the small birds which have been caged. All these things you see. In this, you don't make any division. You just enjoy. You just enjoy the parts of creation as though, without making any division. Whenever you make a division, there is fear. If one of the cages is open and the tiger is about to pounce on you, there is fear. Is it not? Whenever the division is there, there is fear. Get rid of the division, there is no fear. Like you don't fear your children, you don't make a division. You don't make a division. But you as though are afraid of the neighbor's children, because some of them can be very cruel. They're indeed cruel. One chap is very, very cruel. Always keeps on, whenever you open your door, he will throw some stone at you. So there is a visible problem. So there is a division. You don't fear your children while you fear the neighbor's children. There is a division.
But Bhagwan has said to you be free from fear also. So how can we be completely free from fear? We will always be in fear some way or the other, like fearing the animals which will harm us, or fearing any elements which are destructive in nature, like people. There will always be a fear. I was just thinking, how can we be free of fear when these things are there? We have that element of fear still remaining. We can't be free of the fear. That is what was I was thinking over.
True. What you said is true. See, when a tiger, and unbound tiger, out of the cage, is about to pounce on you, you naturally will be struck with fear. It's a very natural reaction. Even though you know that in the tiger there is ketaya, you know that, but you also know that the tiger does not know that it has ketaya in it. Because of that knowledge, fear is generated in you. You know that tiger is destructive, and you know that your manana, your Gita sadhana is possible as long as you keep your body intact. Because the body is the house for the mind, and through the mind only, this manana, this Gita dhyanam, all these things are possible. If that body is destroyed by this tiger, your chosen pursuit will be destroyed. So there is naturally a self-protective mechanism, which is fear. That is natural. But while fearing the tiger, you know that the tiger is only the body of the tiger, which is awesome, which is fearsome, which is destructive. But the indweller of the tiger is the same as the indweller in you. Kshetrajnaha. Kshetrajnaha chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. The sarva kshetreshu includes yours and the tigers. Tiger's body is a kshetra, your body is a kshetra. In both the kshetras, aham kshetrajnaha iti mam vidhi. With that knowledge, you conduct yourself. Be wise. Be wise in the evanescent world. Okay?
Yes, Nanaji, thank you. But it was only that in chapter 5, in this 42 chapters, we read verse number 28. So it was written that one who is free from desire, fear, anger is such a person is always liberated. So I was just deepening it. So that is.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Nanaji.
Om everybody. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayah. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschet Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Hari Om, Nana.
Hari Om. We'll meet
Dhanyavad, Nanaji. Dhanyavad.
Thank you. Dhanyavad, all of you.
Hari Om Nanaji. Dhanyavad.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
And are we meeting again, Nana? Thank you. That's fine. So I think we'll meet up tomorrow. And
Nanaji Shloka we will do, right? Brahmaraji? That
Yeah.
the PDF you have shared on the group.
Right.
Gita Dhyanam. Bhagavad
Gita Dhyanam actually is a compilation of all the meanings without
Yeah.
the Sanskrit verses. What Nana had suggested was after we finish the Manana of all the 18 chapters, then we'll do that. We've done only up
Okay.
until 10 chapters, no? So once we finish 18, then we'll go to Gita Dhyanam. Tomorrow, I
Okay.
think we'll go through the PDF that he said he will send about Ramana Maharshi's Who Am I? We'll do that, and maybe we'll continue the Dwichatvarimshat. We started, I think we are in verse number 8.
Yeah.
We'll just do a
Yeah.
revision of that.
Yeah.
We'll do like
Okay.
5 and then do a bit of Manana and then continue. And then we'll go on to maybe Bhagavatam. We'll break for about 1 week. We'll do Bhagavatam and then we'll come back to chapter 11.
That's wonderful. Dhanyavad.